Entrepreneuse Channel TV, creating a platform of expression for every woman.
Again, Nigeria, you're warmly welcome. Africa, you're warmly welcome. Nigerians in diaspora, you're all welcome to wherever you may be watching us, because we are received loud, crystal clear, and that we are the strength of Africa's business economy. Because anytime Nigeria sneezes, what happens? Every other nation, African nation, catch or Fortune Sima. Business Women Group, with an acronym of Naworg, in international partnership with Center for International Private Enterprise, CIPE, Washington, D.C., USA.
Women know.
Yes, ma'am.
National President of NASIMA, Iyalode Alaba Lawson, Iyalode of the Universe. You are all welcome to today's program. On behalf of Mama and the Almighty God, we declare today's event opened. Thank you very much.
Vice Falake, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause.
And Naworg, Mrs. Chief Mrs. Nana Okuripito, are ably represented representatives of several organizations, Yaloja, people with disability, and ANWBN. You are most welcome. The various financial institutions here present, you are welcome. Members of Naworg here present, I salute you, ladies. Women, oh!
Yes, we can! Yes, we can!
Every other women here represented from various organizations, you are welcome. I'm here to make a summary presentation of International Private Enterprise and Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, NASIMA Business Women Group, Naworg. This project is started in 2016, and we have the empower for the phase 1 and part of the phase 2. What we did was to build capacity for membership of Naworg Business Association. The board of members, the members of the different chapters of Naworg were trained, were given capacity in membership development. Part of the phase 2 is also assessing ease of assessing loans by women. there was a research that was done into how easy it is for women to access loans for the development of their businesses. By the able capacity of our research department for the project, we're able to find out, we discovered that there are a lot of loans out there for women and for small and medium enterprises. But a lot of women do not even know about it. Those that know about it do not understand the processes of accessing these loans. And then we discovered that some of these loans, to access them, the requirements are stringent for women. So we did this and we came up with a policy reform paper where we captured where a communique came out from the roundtable discussion that was held in Abuja, and we came up with this policy reform paper. This policy reform paper includes recommendations, observations, the facts that were gotten out of the research that we did, and how to move forward in helping the women, and the list of loans that we discovered that are available to women. And this paper we distributed to some ministries, developments, and agencies of the federal government, and to some of our business associations. So in respect of that, to further that project, we have this phase 3. And the phase 3 is for women, to build capacity for women, to understand the processes of the banks, to understand the financial loans that they have available for women, for the banks to tell us how to go about assessing them, what is their eligibility criteria, how do they determine these loans. And we have some of the banks with us yesterday at the training at the Ibadan Chamber of Commerce. We are able to have facilitators from ECOBANK, from ACCESSBANK, from First City Monument Bank, and we're able to take us through all this. We are well educated, and then at the end of that workshop yesterday, we actually have assignments that both the banks and us are determined to work on, and they are to give us a feedback in a month's time.
The global convener of Naworg, the first female national president of NASIMA, Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industries, Mines and Agriculture. 40 years ago, since 40 years back, the very first female president of FEWASI. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please, to Alaba Lawson.
Our president for Ibadan Chambers of Commerce, Engineer Ismail Alapa. He is the chief host for all what we have been able to do for the past few days. And I say congratulations and thank you for hosting us. I want to say the bankers, facilitators. In fact, when Yinka was reading out the names of the banks, I said, wow, we are happy that you are here, that we have to rub minds together on how to move our women to have the best to access for financing their entrepreneurship, their businesses. That is the only way we can do it. And that is why we are here in Ibadan, for the whole Western State region, so that we can now go back and see how we can facilitate having access to our women. And I think we will have a way through. All those bottlenecks must have been removed by the time we finish here. So thank you so much for at least having us in mind and coming here to give us a breakthrough. The Vice Chairman of Naworg, Chief Mrs. Anita Okuribido, thank you. She's also the President of Renewable Energy in Nigeria. You are welcome. Thank you so much. All the coordinators of different states that are here, I say thank you for coming, and also the Naworg women. I can see you there. And also our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, ma'am. We are grateful. And of course, the press. Behind every successful organization, there is always a dependable press. So I say thank you, at least for coming up, because we don't want to put our candle under the table. We want to put it on the bushel for everybody to see. So I say thank you for coming, and I would like to say, this is the day the Lord has made for us. And we are all rejoicing, we are glad in it. And I want to say, the CIPE, Center for International Private Entrepreneurs, that have funded us together to make sure this is a reality, we want to say thank you to them. It is with stakeholders roundtable meeting to campaign for better access to finance for women as part of the third phase of the Empower Women program. My special thanks go to the First Lady of Oyo State, Dr. Mrs. Florence Ajumobi, and the President of the program, which is supported by the Center for International Private Enterprises, CIPE, and the Association of Nigerian Women Business Women Network, aims to build the capacity of women entrepreneurs in Nigeria. From 2016 till date, Naworg has carried out a series of workshops and focus group sessions to build capacity by sharing best practices for empowering women through business, associations, and chambers of commerce. Naworg has also held roundtable discussions with its members and key stakeholders to identify challenges and obstacles that women do face when they are looking for access to finance their businesses. Commerce and industry, Engineer Alaba, that we should hold it here. So that's why I say you are lucky, because it is like that we say go to these states. The other phase 2, we were in Ogun, we were in Lagos, we were in Rivers State, we were in Kaduna, and then Abuja. So this one is taking place in Oyo, Ibadan, then Owerri, Imo State next week, before we go now to Kano, and then later to Abuja. And so therefore, Engineer Alaba, we are thanking you for your support towards the successful hosting of this roundtable meeting in Oyo State. And I want to thank all representatives from the public and private sector and the banks who have taken time out of their very busy schedule to attend this event, which aims to create a better business environment for women entrepreneurs in the area of accessing finance. Ladies and gentlemen, the journey to this roundtable meeting began in 2016 with the launch of the Empower Women program. And this has been going on for the past 3 years now, looking for us how we can be able to ensure that our women, they gain access to their finances. And so therefore today we are here again looking into how women in the area can access finance and help their businesses to grow. Women, I think we made good use of this opportunity to ensure that we get the best out of this roundtable conference that we are having today. Women know, yes we can. Women know, yes we can. Women know, yes we can. These workshops, focus group sessions, and research studies establish that women entrepreneurs across the country face several significant barriers to finance to start or grow their businesses, despite the existence of several federally sponsored loan programs for small businesses and women entrepreneurs. The key findings of these activities were made available in a policy paper, which has since been shared with the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs and the Social Development, as well as the Federal Ministry of Trade, Industry and Investment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today to discuss the findings and recommendations of this policy paper in order to influence public policy towards improving access to loans for women entrepreneurs. And to summarize it all, the recommendations of the policy paper are as follows. 1. That the Central Bank of Nigeria, Federal Ministry of Trade, Investment, and the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs should set aside funds for additional investment in financial literacy initiatives for women and simplify the application process for obtaining a loan for and as a women entrepreneur. 2. The Central Bank of Nigeria should publicly share data pertaining to women's access to all available financial institutions where we can get financial opportunities, including loans and grants. There is difference between loans and grants. They should publicly educate us so that we can know which one we are going for. Making this data public will allow women's business organizations to analyze the data and issue periodic reports to highlight the need to increase access to finance for all women entrepreneurs. And also, the Nigerian government should create a public-private financial inclusion committee within all ministries and their agencies and all the departments that makes decisions on financial policy and management affecting women access to finance. In addition, the committee should review the current criteria for allowing women applicants to access loans and grants in an effort to reduce barriers for women to access finance. It is my sincere hope that after all we have listened to for the past 2-3 days, we will all gather here and rub minds, remove the obstacles, remove the bottlenecks of why and how women can access finance for their businesses. So, once again, my president of Ibadan Chambers of Commerce, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our bankers, we rely on you because we have to work together. It must be a collaboration that must work. We have to work together and make sure when you educate a woman, you educate a nation. That's the saying. But when you empower a woman, you have already empowered the nation. You bankers know that when you have a woman manager, you always, I'm not saying it because I'm a woman, but when you have a woman manager, you know what it means in that direction. And so, therefore, we are not saying we are fighting you but we want to work together with you. Give us the chance to work with you. Give us the chance to have access to finance. So that at the end of it all, you know, before your child will come to you that, Daddy, I need this, he or she must have troubled the mother million times. Mommy, I want this. Mommy, I want that. Mommy, this is what I want. It is only at the last minute they say, Daddy, I want this. But mommy must have looked into all this. I'm saying this because I've already passed through all these ones. And that is why we are now fighting for our women. They must be empowered. Let them be empowered so that the GDP of this country will grow. The power of women in the MSMEs, you cannot underrate it now. You cannot. And so therefore, you develop SMEs, definitely you are developing the economic growth of the nation, and definitely the GDP will grow, and also we will grow together. Thank you for listening. God bless you all.
Thank you so very much, my round of applause again for Adire. I congratulate every one of us that has been able to make it to this event, because for all of us it's really going to be an eye-opener. The opportunity of being part of us, I would just implore you to make a trip to Nasima office on Obakijobi Way, Ikeja GRA. Make your proper findings and be the same again. I'd like to appreciate the presence, so acknowledge the presence of our hashtag for this outing is
correct, because as of 2010 you had 17 million MSMEs, women million MSMEs, and women were responsible for the justification from economic growth, the fact that enterprises are important for economic growth. Now we've seen that women are creating enterprises at a faster rate than men. So what this means is that if we economically empower our women, we will have, a major catalyst for economic growth and development. Viable enterprises, and that means economic growth will be achieved at a faster rate. Okay, so what does this gender empowerment and why this isn't a case of a battle explanation of why gender empowerment is important for the economy and have better and more qualified access to markets? This means women will be able to work, participate, and earn more money. This means that they will have more income and therefore consume more, which means that the current poverty situation in Nigeria will be reduced. At the same time, women will have better education. As you can see, better education still comes back to mean that women will work and participate more, and women will improve children's well-being because they will participate in decision-making processes. At the end of the day, you lose more control of decision-making. They will participate more. The children will have a better well-being, and this will feed back again to reduction in poverty levels, and at the same time feed forward towards future poverty reduction and economic growth. Okay, now that we've established that if we improve a lot of women, economic growth will move faster. What are the challenges that women entrepreneurs currently face? Why is it that although they are creating, keep the family together, there is a lack of management and financial skills? There's this situation where the amount coming in is what is being used to measure whether the business is doing fine or not. There's an inadequate loan amount, the CIPE and social incentives of the government being able to give 10,000 naira without collateral, and a greater percentage of those. I mean, this will not allow my business to taxation and the inability and difficulty to repay the loans that they've incurred, and also a lack of training on business skills and low literacy levels. And $320 billion. This is a barrier to their growth and development. The fact that they need financial assistance. Okay, the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics also buttresses that point. Now, the entrepreneurs have been discussed, accessible to women by designing products and services to meet the specific needs of women. The needs of women businesses are largely different from the services that are currently available.
Pàtàkì gbogbo nǹkan tí a ṣe wá síbí láàárọ̀ yìí ni pé a rí pé àwa obìnrin ẹ̀tọ́ wa ò kàn wá lọ́wọ́. Àìsàn ìmù ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa ò kàn tiẹ̀ mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀tọ́ tá a wà yẹn tá a wà ẹ̀sáìtì. So gbogbo nǹkan tó ti wá láti wádìí kí ló dé kí ló fà á, ìyẹn ní Tọ́pẹ́ Alárùn sọ fún wa nísìnyí. But ìdí ẹ̀ pàtàkì tá a tún ṣe kóra wa jọ nísìnyí pé a ti sọ pé kí gbogbo àwọn banks yẹn kọ́ wá sọ fún wa as a woman, à ń gbọ́ lórí tẹlifíṣàn, à ń gbọ́ lórí rédíò wípé wọ́n gbé oyè báyìí sílẹ̀ fún obìnrin, wọ́n gbóyè but ta ló lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ sínú, ta ló ti gbà nínú gbogbo wa. Ìyẹn la fẹ́ kí wọ́n wá sọ fún wa bóò la ṣe máa rẹ́tọ̀ọ́ wa gbà, bóò ló ṣe máa tó wa lọ́wọ́. Àwa náà dẹ̀ lè béèrè ọ̀rọ̀ wípé kí ni nǹkan tí ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀, kí ló dé tá a fi rí gbà, kí la ń ṣe tó wrong tí wọn ò fi fún wa. So ìdí ẹ̀ tí a fi kóra wa jọ ni a dẹ̀ ṣe nítorí gbogbo wa tá a bá ní ká kó gbogbo obìnrin jọ, gbogbo kò lè gba bíbà. So a wá ní kí àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan kọ́ wá represent ẹgbẹ́ wọn, and mo dẹ̀ ń gbàdúrà pé kìí ṣe àwa tí a máa gbọ́ ìlọsíwájú tá a máa kíkẹ́ fúnra wa nìkan, because tẹ bá help ara wa àtúpọ̀ tá a bá rọra wa lọ́wọ́ àtúpọ̀ sí àdúrà ládẹ máa ṣe fúnra wa. Àwọn obìnrin lè méèkì a lè ṣe yàtọ̀ nílùú yìí ipe kí nǹkan lọ síwájú ju bó ṣe wà lọ, nítorí àwa la ní wéètì yẹn lórí o. Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ ràn wá lọ́wọ́, but mo dẹ̀ gbàdúrà pé by the time that we máa ṣe tán níbí báyìí lẹ́nu, we're going to be it will make a good impact on us. I hope you understand, and I hope
Thank you so much, sir. We have
presence here this morning, and I've been expecting it, actually, because huge responsibilities on our royal fathers, huge responsibilities, you know, because they are basically in the grassroots. Before the governance or the government, before he sees anything or any problem or any whatever problem that may be confronted by the people at the point in time, His Majesty is being represented here. Okay, I think the Olori entrepreneurs. So Olori, Oba Adetuji, Olori Rasheedat Adetuji, the Olori Olubadan of Ibadan. She's being here represented by the huge presence of wonderful people. Please rise up for recognition. Adire, Munieba, Abaiwola, Adire Rashid and Ahmed Lucky. Mrs. Mosu Adepoju, Mrs. Mosrat Adebisi, Mrs. Musili Oluwawoyi, Mrs. Mujidat Adetuji, Mrs. Khadija Adetuji, Mrs. Adetuji Fatima, and Mrs. Adetuji Omotolani. We thank you so very much. Yesterday we had wonderful meeting presentation workshop that was held at what we had yesterday for the benefit. I'd like to recognize the presence of Professor Moji Oyebola, the Yano of Ikolaba of Ibadan Kingdom. Kind of recognition man. Professor, can you proceed to the high table, please? Please, my sports. Mrs. K.O. Mustafa, representative of the Honorable Commissioner for Youth and Sports. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are going to create a space for you so that you can come to the high table. We thank you. Now, before we proceed on a tea break, okay, there's a space. Thank you. Our hashtag women. And we deserve it, we merit it, we have gone a long way. Round of applause for Nigerian women entrepreneurs. Women, join in distinguished ladies and gentlemen as I invite those made yesterday's presentation to please just come forward for brief summaries. In this order, we will have ECOBANK first, ACCESSBANK followed, then FCMB after which we will go on the first tea break. Representatives of ECOBANK, please, you have 5 minutes each. Round of applause, please.
I'm so excited that Bank of Industry has been recognized as one of the institutions that have a gender-friendly product, specifically for women entrepreneurs. And last year we voted about.
Let's listen to BOIO. Stop talking on that table, please.
Last year we voted 22 billion for women entrepreneurs, and that amount will not be accessed by women. Not because the fund is not available, but because we did not see your application. Okay. So I'm wondering why is it that we are not getting enough applications from women entrepreneurs. Our researchers showed us clearly that a lot of women are creating more business than men. Maybe because they are good managers of funds, they don't also like to borrow because they can incubate. Women are good incubators. Whatever you give to a woman, she multiplies it. So you give a man, give a woman a seed, he multiplies it and give you a baby in 9 months. So you give some few groceries to a woman, you put them together and give you a delicious meal. So if you also give a woman one sentence, he can multiply it and give you a lot of. So men, you have to be very careful. So I expect that we should be able to also incubate business ideas because you are natural incubators. You can know an idea, you can flesh it out and make a good business out of it. Bank of Industry is not a deposit money bank. We are a development finance institution. So our orientation, the side we look is quite different, and you must understand that. If you want to get money from somebody, you must speak the language the person is speaking. The language we speak is development. How do you come up with a venture that can create wealth, that can empower Nigerians, jobs, and also a venture that can raise the standard of living of Nigerians? That is what we are concerned about. So we're not actually looking for somebody that says, okay, I can make money from here, and you expect Bank of Industry to finance. There are several ways to make money. But we are looking at a venture to be interested. You are all complaining that women need empowerment. But can somebody just come up with one idea that can empower 5,000 women at its goal? That is the kind of thing that Bank of Industry should be interested in. Create a platform that can actually empower a lot of people. At the same time, women could be good cooperators. Can we come together to say, this is our common challenge? We all, for example, you always have things you buy in common. You always have issues that are common to you. Can you come together and say, let us address it? The women in this community have seen that water is our problem. We want to create a business around water so that we can have access to pure and hygienic water. That is something that Bank of Industry will want to take up. Oh, our women, mortality rate in birth is very high. So we are creating this clinic that will solve this problem. BOI should be interested in partnering with you to address that. So let's look at how do we solve the problem in our community. Jointly, if any child should die, it is a woman that will cry more, isn't it? Because she was the one that incubated that idea. The man just deposited. Men are investors. Are you getting it? We just invest, and you are the one that manage the business. So that problem in our society, and those problems are the business opportunities that you have. So enough of, I want to buy this and sell this. I want to borrow here and do this. No, the issues of education, the issue of clothing. Let us address commercial banks for that. But for real developmental issues, these are the things that Bank of Industry want to do. Because the rate at which we are multiplying in the country is alarming. And we cannot continue to solve our individual problem and expect that we will be fine. Let us begin to solve our common problem. I will always tell people that humanity needs community to build prosperity. That means until we come together as a community, we will not be able to address the common problem that we face. So if you are able to do that, now Bank of Industry, we can now begin to talk of access to funds. We have loans of 5% interest rate. I think that will interest you, so that you can get a loan that you are paying 0.42% per month. There is no way you will get that. But it is not meant for every type of business. I have just told you the type of business is meant for. It is for developmental purposes. So how do you assess our loan? You either come together as a cooperative, you register, you must be registered. Register as a cooperative, or you are registered as a business enterprise, or you are registered as a limited liability company. So with these three types of registration, you can access loan. And up to 10 million, you don't need collateral. Up to 10 million. Is 10 million a small money? No, it's not a small money. So you can do a lot.
It's a small money.
So up to 10 million, you don't need collateral. All you need is your social collateral. That means there is somebody you know that can vouch for you. In Oyo State, up to 10 million, you need 3 civil servants to stand for you. One of them will be level 13 and above. 3 civil servants. These people could be teachers in primary school, they could be local government workers, just any 3 civil servants. Up to 5 million, you just need 2 civil servants at any level, so long that they are senior civil servants. Senior civil servants start from level 7. Then up to 2 million. If you just need 2 million, just 1 civil servant. And you are getting it at 5% interest rate, and the loan can go up to 3 to 5 years. But with your 3 civil servants or 2 civil servants or 1 civil servant, we need you to have a compulsory deposit of 10% of the loan. The 10% of the loan is not a fee you are paying, it is a savings for you, and when you pay it, we are giving you an investment letter saying that this amount has been fixed for you at this interest rate. So when you pay it back, the whole capital and the interest is paid back to you. Why do we have to ask for 10% security deposit? It's just to ensure that what you are asking us for, you are already paying at that.
That in Nigeria have to be imported. I provided all the invoices and all that. When I got to DOI, they said they can't fund it because it's outside. I tried all possible means to buy this air, I couldn't. Because the prices, I got it cheaper on Alibaba than the prices I got here. Number one, and then another time I went there, they said I must get NAFDAC number. I used all my money to get NAFDAC number, and I got it. But the issue of imported equipment, almost all my equipment, they have to be imported. The one I got here locally, they're asking me to pay. The hydrator is, I got an invoice of 1.8 for the hydrator. In Alibaba, I got it less than $1,000, the same capacity. Wow. And they're insisting that I must buy it locally. So how do you solve that? Then another thing, at the end, I think towards the end of the 9 months, they called me that they said they're interested in my products and they like to fund it. And they now came up that on my business name, they didn't put food processing there. Business is dynamic. I registered that business about 10 years ago. And over time, I've done a lot of businesses. Now, next. So they said there's no food processing written on the business name. So because of that, they cannot give me. So, and by that time, my application was already 9 months. So they said I have to start all over again. I started all over again. They came again, they said my premises, I must produce 3 years rent. Are you aware of that? Yes, they said I must produce, I had to run to CIPE, Incubation Center, to give me free accommodation for 3 years. Now what they're asking me, when you said between 1 million and 10 million, there's no collateral, I don't believe it. In Akure, they're asking me to go and to do valuation of my house and bring the paper. So, what
I can relate with her experience. First, she had a problem of she's not able, DOI was not finance for a microcredit up to 10 million. For that,
we are partners with BOI, Bank of Industry, and what we do is we try to stand as a bridging gap between MSMEs who want to access loans and the Bank of Industry to help ease the process of accessing these loans. And I actually have a presentation I wanted to show us, but I'm going to summarize just within a few minutes. What is important is that we need to encourage the support system that is going to help women access loans, help women build their business. And one of the most important support systems, aside the general one that the government can do or even NGOs, is helping one another, having a network between ourselves. And to do that, it's important we look at those resources we have internally that we can leverage on. And one of the most important resources we can leverage on is the people around us. And so even as we are here today, it's important we exchange contact with one another. It's important we look out for somebody you can partner with to do business with in the nearest future. There's a video I would have loved to show us, and that's the video of the former chairman and CEO of PepsiCo in Illinois. And what she had mentioned is that many a times we tend to juggle a lot of things, especially women. We tend to juggle domestic activities, and she mentioned the fact that the domestic clock and the career clock, it's progressing almost around the same time, and so there's a lot of things demanding the attention of women, and especially because of that, there's a serious need to create a support system that can help them navigate through all of these challenges. And so we at ECOBANK Solutions, we are here to help women entrepreneurs navigate through some of these challenges, help you identify some of the resources that you actually have that you can leverage on. And through our partnership with Bank of Industry, we can help you also to access finance looking at the fact that that is the essence why we're gathering here today. Thank you very much.
To welcome you to this wonderful event, the third in the series. We began in 2016, and of course this will be the third. And this third is improving access to finance for women entrepreneurs. Our hashtag is Women Empower Nigeria. And may I want to tell you that should you be willing to go through what we've had to do since we began our campaign. Not going to say it's on YouTube, it's on Twitter, it's on Instagram, it's on Facebook, ongoing right now. I think we should invite another brilliant woman. This time, a person of the Bank of Agriculture.
Good afternoon, it's normal morning. I want to appreciate the man with the woman's name, because there are a lot of sincerity in it. Firstly, the first thing is that women are at the bottom level of financing in Nigeria. It is very true. Two, the issue of collateral for women makes it very difficult for women to access me. It's very true, because I'm a woman and I've seen it. I'm Adire Craft, the zonal manager for the entire Southwest for Bank of Africa. And I'm proud to be, because of the enemy, and I'm very proud. Yes. For our loans for women, I'm going to delve into it. Number one, I want to tell you that you all know that BOA has been having problems in the past. We have rebranded. I don't want us to dwell into the past. I want us to talk new. Yeah. I want us to talk new, because when I came to Southwest, nearly 2 years now, I've made a lot of changes. And the rating, we go and do another rating for 2018, so that we can talk. What he has for BOA in 2016 is no more tenable now. For women, in BOA, we have what we call GEM, specifically for women. You know why? When it comes to financial commitment, women are the best. When it comes to paying back our loans, women are the best. When it comes to alleviating poverty, women are the best. When it comes to combining your office work with your business, taking care of your children, women are the best. The men cannot do it. Statutorily dedicated about 3 different types of loans to women. We have one, you can take up to $1 million without collateral. Then the tenor depends on what you are doing. The gestation period depends on the type of agri you are into. Please remember, BOA is a development finance bank, specifically dedicated. We do it. Agri products, farming, arable, livestock, anything like this, we do it. So when it comes to women, I give them special attention. Even when a woman is owing, I'll say, let me see that woman. I give the woman encouragement. I said, the fact that you are in debt does not make you die and cannot take you away from Nigeria. Please, as a woman sitting here today, I want to encourage you. You'll be able to pay her. Then we'll reschedule the loan for her, so that she can pay back. We have so many options to take leverage from. For the woman in doing Adire, please, you have a show, the chance for me in my branch in Jogor. Kindly go there. And I'll give you my number. You call me if you have any problem. Liberty at your liberty. Enterprise saving. When mommy was talking community, I want to improve people's life. I don't go up. I listen to what you want. I don't dictate what you will take. If you say, excuse me, I need 10,000, I'll give you. How long will it take you to pay back? That is the type of thing we do in the area. How long will it take you? I won't dictate so that it will be easy for more older women. I want to tell you, man, that they don't like taking money for too long. They don't want 1 year. They don't want it. They want something they can turn back immediately and get another one. And that is the chance we are giving them the BOA. Immediately you pay back, There's something we call 5 C's of lending. Your collateral, the character, the condition. When we look at your character and you are doing well, you don't need to see anybody, there's nobody you need to try before we review it for you. I will see you there. Anytime I want my money, you are there. We have our micro loan, 250,000 downwards, no collateral. You only need to bring somebody that will guarantee you. We may need to have a relationship for 3 months because there is no collateral. So that we call it KYC, mommy more. I need to know you very well so that I will know who I'm giving my loan to. So anything 250,000 downward, you can take it, whether it's a man or a woman. But you see, women, they have good character. I will continue to say it anyway. When a woman takes your loan, go and rest. Even if there's a need for her, maybe they relocate, she will come back to tell you, excuse me, we have moved from our house. In case you get there, you don't see me. I'm not running away. That's a woman. But if it's a man and he changes the address, he will never come back. You don't have to learn, but you will give me somebody that can stand for you. So that if there's any problem, I will say, excuse me, Madam A is having problem. Can you assist? You know, sometimes, especially when the money is not up much. So you need maybe a business person, and the person is having any meaningful salary. At least you can, it's like you are assisting the person. To me, especially somebody, a market woman is taking 50,000 and she comes to me to guarantee, I will willingly do it. Because I know within that period, I'll be able to pay that loan for her. And I will encourage her anyway. If I buy body for her every day, she can save part of the body profit that day into the account. And you know what, this small order, they save every day. So it's very easy to collect back the loan. So we don't have stress. 250,000, we are good to go. Then there's the one we call MESA. It's an enterprise savings. You can contribute, you can save as a life. Whatever you have in your account at the end of 6 months, we multiply it by 3. Wow. You take it as a loan. We multiply it by 3, you take it as a loan. So we do that. Then there's the one we have for the young, for the youth. 18 to 35. You can take up to 1 million. But there's no collateral at least. But you must have standing guarantor. Standing, we are giving it to so many. Some people, it's their parents that stand for them. Look, it's my son, and you will write. And we encourage, especially the young ones that are just coming out, of schools and there's no jobs. This yarn is specifically for entrepreneurs that want to grow, that are new, and to reduce unemployment. But you need somebody to stand for you. You need somebody to say, yes, this is my son, he's not going to take your money and run away. This is my brother, this is my daughter. Please trust me. He can always do it. Then we have what we call collaboration. We collaborate with different societies, different groups, to empower their members. It does not matter what you do. You don't dictate what you are doing. Then we have our lending. And our own lending can go to any cooperative, any society, any local government, any association, state government, anything. We work together. We have 10 million to give our members. This is what we have to stand. Can you give us? These are our members. We don't dictate. The only thing is we make sure you are a cohesive group, a very good standing, a cooperative, and you are functioning. You are doing something to empower your members. So if you want us to give you the money to lend to them, we tell you, give us, they lend it to their members. We don't even stress ourselves. They bring the money back to us. They bring it, all lending we give it. And one thing with all lending is our interest rate normally is 12%. It is 12%, let me explain, because it is simple and straight line. Yeah. Not compounded, no hidden charge, nothing to add to it. Why I say it's simple is this. If you take 100,000 for example, and maybe you are trading, or you are into agric or whatever, or you just want to, you are running a small poultry, it is only the interest that has accrued on that money up to that day that you pay. It's nothing like you will be paying compound interest, no. And if you have PPN, immediately they put it on the collateral registry that you were saying, it will show any bank you are owing. Yes, so don't worry to carry any plan. What we need to carry plan for man, with all due respect, is to make any loan for women at a single interest. Yes. That's the only thing we need. With your BBN, there's no way you can run to.
By banking finance, getting loans, especially for women. You know, there's a lot of issues around how do I access funds, what do I need to do, which other bankers have spoken to. That's for commercial banking, that's for commercial lending. Of course, we know that the rates are not sliding. But beyond that, we are coming here today as a bank that is focusing on women. We have what is called one woman proposition, one woman product in Sterling Bank. And what do we do? What we do is we ensure that we put women together into groups. And I'm so glad that Mama already understood that concept and she's riding on it. When we put women together, one of the things that we achieve goes beyond just lending. We also get a feedback that allows us. Like I was saying, that one of the things we gain is not just to have lent that fund, but we also get the feedback. And one of the feedback that we have gotten has propelled us to do something very unusual in Sterling Bank. The one woman proposition is such that when we have women in communities and we analyze their needs together, we now go all out to get funding for that particular group. Funding that's between 5 million to 100 million. And when we are lending this money to this community of women, we are lending at single digits. We lend as low as 8 to 9%. Please, a round of applause for Sterling Bank. I hope you heard what I said. Single digit lending, one woman proposition. Is it Sterling Bank? Yes. Yes, I'm sure. I'm double sure. What? Because some people are asking me, I'm not sure. We are not lending that fund from BOI to you. We are not lending the funds that we give to commercial businesses to you. What we do, like I said, is that we form conglomerates of women. You already have your communities, you already have your cooperative, you already have your trade association. So we come into that partnership and we source for funding. And we release these fundings to the women group for use. And because women are better managers, they ensure that our money comes back. And we can run that cycle as much as we want to. However, it is not everyone that is in the category of the 30,000, the category of the 100,000. There are people here that I've spoken with, because when I came in this morning, one of the things we tried to do was we identified with each person in this office at that time, in this business meeting at that time. To understand what I've achieved so far is that even the woman that is identified as making the party, I'd already met with her. I understood that business and she has shared with me the passion behind it, how Mama single-handedly took her, even before she came to tell us of that success story. I've met a woman in this meeting who is into furniture, and she's already told me that in Lagos, she has over 50 people who they are in the same community. And I said, we can take that transaction up. One of the things that we also do, one of the things that we do is also that we understand that businesses need energy to run. In Sterling Bank, we are focusing on renewable energy. And when I saw the woman seated, a round of applause for her. Please, these are the people that can drive the economy of Nigeria. And that's why we are here. Like I said earlier, we are born to demystify finance. We are not talking to you that, okay, this is the checklist, this is 28%, this is 30%. No, this is what I'm asking you to do. Please, let's come together. Let us understand ourselves. This woman is selling batik. I know her. I have a shop next to her. I'm selling shirts. You can all come together, maybe in clusters based on your location, maybe in clusters based on the business that you're running, maybe in clusters of event managers, such that we can actually do something meaningful together. And the interesting part of it is that when we unlearn in that regard, we also ensure that fund. So, because we know that there are situations beyond your control, force majeure, rain may affect your crop, the intensity of the heat never may not be right. Things can go wrong. So we put that fund, let's say that we have asset 100 million, we put that fund and we insure it. And of course, everybody is safe. Not only safe, everybody is happy. And because we are doing that asset fund assessment, we are not taking away your profit margin, which is very important. That's why we are in business. That is why you are seated here today, to ensure that your profit margin is not eroded to the bank. So this morning, why won't you be a Sterling Bank account holder? Why won't you be a Sterling Bank business partner? Why won't you be a Sterling Bank ambassador? Because when we give you, you will go and tell others, and you tell others, and you tell others, and together we keep.
Can you please repeat yourself? I am Alaba Lawson. I'm the CEO. I invest at African Estates in Celebrating.
What prompted this kind of business and how long have you been doing it?
Oh, let me just say, after school, I was just there at home and I said, I want something. I love being creative. So the passion for creativity has been what has kept me forging. So that was what inspired me. The passion to create. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to be self-employed. So when I'm self-employed, I know I'll employ others. I'll be able to train others. Thereby reducing the harshness of what is going on in the economy right now. Thank you very much.
How long have you been?
I've been in it for the past 3 years.
So how lucrative is Adire business?
Oh, Adire business is highly lucrative because let me segment it. There are Adire done with staff and there are Adire all handwritten. I do Adire all handwritten, which is called batik. When you handwrite on fabrics to create different patterns with colors, it is called batik. So it is very lucrative because you have to sit down to design. If you don't have tolerance and perseverance, you can't do it. So you have to sit down, create designs, you have to wax on materials, you have to dye. You can see the one I'm putting on, it has different colors on it. It is not just something you can just do at home. So you have to design, you have colors on it. Then you put on the table again. So when you come to the workshop and you see the things we do, you know how you really do this. Because I like the practical aspects. You can't be an artist and say, okay, you're just an artist while you're on the road. And people see what you're doing and they come to your studio and you really look it. And people to know you're a real artist. And you know how to really do this in the practical aspects. But here being theoretical, it is highly good. Thank you. Thank you very much for this.
Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Alaba Lawson. I'm a Naworg Women Group. There's a National Business Women Group Lagos chapter. I want to officials. Yes, ma'am.
So how is Naworg Lagos?
Yeah, Naworg Lagos is growing very fast because we have the first female president of the CIPE, which is the Alaba Lawson, which is very passionate about women in business. And we are the National Business Women Group. So she's trying to help us grow our business by promoting us, by introducing us to organizations like the banks and other private sectors that are ready to help the average Nigerian woman grow.
What's your take on women empowerment?
Yeah, my take is let every women grow. We try to encourage women for entrepreneurship. We're doing a lot of skill acquisition. We're doing a lot of training programs, awareness programs. We are in collaboration with Center for International Private Sector, which is called CIPE in Washington DC. Their partnership in our work now to let the women have information of the easy way of accessing loans and the easy way of doing business in Nigeria. So we were able to bring the bankers to come to have a workshop and an interactive session for them to explain to us what our problems are and how we can access the fund. So after this, we now go back to our drawing table and bring our women together and we try to solve the problem together because we discovered that individually it's almost impossible for an average Nigerian woman to access loans. change their policy to favor us. That were taken from one job for the platform to the other, we change women's life for good in Jesus' name. The next gathering will come for Thanksgiving.